August 29th, 2025. No, that's wrong because it's Wednesday, and normally we do this on Thursday, August 30th, 2025. Hello, welcome to Boots on the Line, August 30th, 2025. I just screwed up the date because it's Wednesday and we usually do it Thursday. Anyway, that's why Kelsey's laughing at me. We need like reverse cameras so they can like show your face and mine. Do those exist?
Probably.
Okay, sick. Welcome to Back to Trades Week. You know, like these little kids going to school, not working.
Like the 8-year-olds?
Like the 8-year-olds.
Okay.
And then you've got these grown adults providing for their families, going to work every day. Those are the people we honor. Back to Trades Week. So let's go check out and see what's going on. So the factory's kind of like just getting started right after break. Start seeing the machines humming, coming back on. My man Serge here, been working through break. He's a manager, you know. So, before we get into the trade stuff, do have some really cool stuff coming through. So we've got double stuffed sage, or I'm sorry, chrome pack sage. So this is, you know, we talked about variation on the podcast. We talked about variation in leather. When we initially launched Chrome Pack, we ordered khaki, and it came in a little green, so we had to call it sage. When we replaced it, you know, for the second run, we were like, hey, can you kind of keep that green look? And no, they could not. So this is really the original khaki. And I think it looks awesome. And frankly, I think most of you are probably going to be maybe what you were after in the first place. So mea culpa on that. And I apologize on behalf of Horween, leather goods, leather tannery, whatever they're called. So beautiful. It feels awesome. Chrome Pack always feels great. We've been getting into the Yellowstone tannage more, which has been fun. This is just Yellowstone Brown. It's a limited run. You see that really tight pebble? I'll try and find like a normal bison from Law that you can see, but this is from Horween. They basically they air dry these. They hang dry them, so they shrink a lot more. Whereas like Law does a vacuum press. Frankly, maybe a little smarter, right? Because you get to keep the leathers. Basically, the hide stays bigger, so you get more money. That's one reason why Horween's more expensive in general. But I do think it looks a little nicer, a little tighter pebble. This is Alder. He's one of our very experienced sewers. He's excellent. He does a lot of our pelusas and pull-ons. You're not the only one, but it's a great job on that. So what are you working on now?
Right now, it's probably the first 13-inch Palouse that I've been doing. So usually it's a little, the roper, which is a smaller one, but this is the biggest, tallest one out of the bunch so far.
So you're trying to get a new leather to work, right?
Yeah, this is the waxy,
Commander.
Suede one.
Yeah.
So, where it works well. I kind of did a couple tryouts. It worked, so whoever is going to be the lucky guy or girl.
Okay. Mr. Martinez.
Mr. Martinez is your boots almost halfway there.
Yeah.
So,
right on.
coming out really good.
Okay. Yeah, they look beautiful. But yeah, always cool to see the new leathers work because they don't always work.
I'll show you a little.
Awesome. Perfect.
So we kind of tried it out first, and it seemed to hold more. It impressed me, and I was trying to make it not work. Usually, what I try to do is try to make it not work to see if how it's gonna work down the line, and it over exceeded my expectation. So, yep. Here it is.
So this is usually like the challenging part is typically when you sew this together, it tends to split, right? Or
For sure.
Yeah. So depending on kind of the temper and the quality of not the quality, but the qualities of the leather, you know, that's why we have some leathers that don't work. And so it's cool to see that this leather will work there.
So, yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Alder.
Of course.
Mr. Scott.
Already time?
Is it a time? Is it okay? Is this a good time? Okay. Can we give that to you? Try and put it as high as possible. Perfect.
Trying to clip my hair in there. Oh goodness.
Man, that's beautiful hair. Looking
Takes
good.
a lot of work.
No, I mean this is a face for video for sure.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. So what do you got? What do you got going on?
Just a hot shot. Nothing too crazy.
Just a hot shot.
Nothing too crazy. Not like the Palouse or over there or anything
Yeah.
like that. But you know, we gotta knock them out.
This is how vacation homes are saved. You know, right
yeah.
here. Absolutely.
How forests are saved.
How forests are saved. How
We can
towns are
breathe
saved.
fresh air.
Absolutely. But anyway, yeah. So how's it going?
You know, Technora is always the fun battle. It's a little bit of a pain as long as it's not snapping on you or anything like that. But when it's in, it's in.
Yeah.
And it's a tough boot.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Yeah, Technora, it's okay when it's kind of in a standard build. I would say when we start getting really snazzy with like Lineman patches and all that stuff, it can get really challenging, right?
Yeah, ND5 is going to be a fun one. I'm excited for seeing how that
So all
goes
of you
through.
complaining about the ND5 not being special enough, like, Jackson, do you think it's pretty special?
I think it's special. It's, you know, it adds that level of durability on the sides of the boots that some people feel like we need sometimes, especially for linemen if they are going to be climbing in them and stuff like that. It's a great way to add another thick layer of leather onto your boots. So
Absolutely. So, and it's going to have Technora. So that means, you know, so it's a self-extinguishing thread. So, you know, if you're walking through fire, you'll be okay.
yeah, or sitting by the fire.
Or sitting by the fire. Yeah,
Wait
fall
for it.
asleep by the campfire, you know, exactly. You'll be
Yeah.
all right. All right. Thank you, man.
Sweet. And there you go.
Appreciate it. Okay. All right. So, well, what do you got here? Predator Natural.
Yep, Predator Natural. Looks like a Dome Pro.
Okay. Okay. So we got Mr. Egan. Your boots are almost there. Probably should just say your first name. Apologies for that anyway. But there's a lot of Egans out there, you know.
Yeah.
I think you're probably okay. But yeah, is this a Thurman?
Yep.
Yep.
Thurman.
It's a cool boot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Should turn out well in the dome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got the V-bar. Nice anatomical toe shape. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a nice size, an 8D. Aesthetically pleasing.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah.
Get a brown edge, it'll look really nice.
Yeah, the really small and the really big, you know, people are not as, feet aren't as pretty, I'm sorry, you know. Well, we only use 9Ds for photos, you know, because it's just like and that's what you see in most product photography are 9Ds.
It's kind of like the Da Vinci's perfect proportions.
Exactly. The perfect ratios, yeah, the spheres and everything, yeah. Absolutely. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Back to Trades Week. We're gonna pick a trades boot. We've got quite actually a nice bit of nice ones here to choose from. So we've got a mahogany Mocto Pro, got a 64 brown. That's a hardware Pro, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 64 brown rough out Mocto Pro over there.
Okay.
You get to award $100 in store credit
Okay.
to one of those three boots.
Let's go with that 64 brown Mocto. I'm kind of a
Over there.
kind of a sucker for the 64
Mocto
brown.
Pro. Okay. All right, man. Great job. Appreciate it. So, John W., congratulations on your Mocto Pro and 64 brown rough out. Great choice. Thank you for being a customer. We really appreciate it. This doesn't have the string anymore, unfortunately, so I can't clip it on. You got it? Okay. And then one last thing. So this is, I believe, one of our sample leather boots. So this isn't for anybody. The sample hides can be a little, they're not as optimized, I would say. But anyway, this is really pretty leather to me. So this is an Acorn CXL. So you've seen Acorn in like the Aspen horse fronts, and I think even see a couple different tannages as well, like Cypress. But CXL, man, it's tough to beat. It's really pretty leather. It's got a little, what'd you say? You thought it had a little A little green. I could say that. Yeah, it's got a little more character to it. Almost like maybe a more interesting cognac, you know, a little more yellow, a little more green. But really pretty boot. I really like this color. That's our show for today. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you to Kelsey and to everybody who participated. Thanks for being a customer. Thanks for thinking of being a customer. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.